Hi Jonas, this is a video to give you some feedback on your writings number 1. Generally a good text, I think, above average. I have a couple of things in addition to what I've said in the revised text that's on IceCore that I'd like to mention here. I'm kind of summing up both what the corrections I've made in the text and my general impression here in this video. I'm going to start with the organization of this and come into vocabulary and grammar towards the end, though there's not a lot to say about that in your case, but I will come into that. And then maybe a summing up in terms of how you can improve in the future. Okay? So, you have a good introduction to the text. So you frame the issue very swiftly, and the quote works really well, I think, here. It's a good use of quote. However, I'd like you to go back and read it, thinking that, and keeping in the back of your mind, that what I asked you to do is write an article for the British Army Review. So have a think about how you can create something that is going to appeal to a readership, and a readership that doesn't know Ludwig or hasn't read him recently, perhaps, given that the text is from 99, right? So my instinctual thought was that this is an introduction to the academic essay, not an article. Don't know if that was what you were thinking, but still, for me, it needs some work. Consider your reader more here, and consider how you can kind of hook the reader. You want the reader to continue reading, and perhaps you even have a purpose like persuading the reader or making the reader aware of something that he or she wasn't aware of before. So there is a reason why you have chosen to publicly say these things, right? So that also has to be clear from the beginning. So that's my critique of the beginning. Otherwise, in terms of structure, I think that you have a convincing text here as well. Your paragraphs work well. They are logically constructed, and your arguments, for that reason, appear logic. There's a progression that seems reasonable and valid to the reader, I think. And you have a good use of quotes in the text as well. That kind of, sometimes they seem a bit superfluous, but here they actually contribute to supporting your point of view, so that's really good. The one thing that I think would have improved the text was if you had dwelled, or perhaps gone into in further detail, what modern warfare is, or rather sort of the characteristics of modern warfare, vis-a-vis Ludwig. So what is it that we have ahead of us, and what have we been doing so far that is distinctive and different from what Ludwig has based his ideas on? And the reason for that is, I think that because what you become in this case when you write an article here is you become the expert on warfare. You become the person who has studied it, and at least in the kind of fictional setting that we're imagining here, someone who has experience. And it's logical for the reader to hear you say, okay, so how do we apply this? Or how do we not? Or how is it that warfare is different? So a little bit more of that, I think, would have improved your text. And also, you've written about 770 words, and you've got some wriggle room here to expand on this and to kind of deliver what you think your message is regarding modern warfare. It might be a tall order. Maybe you think that, I don't know, I've just started doing this, so what the hell do I know? Maybe. But some speculations regarding that would have given the text a more finished look, or a more finished impression, I think. But it's a good text. It's definitely above average. So there's a lot going on here that is really good, and a lot that you can build on. So yeah, good first effort. Come and see me in class if you want the grade. I grade your papers, but I don't give them out as a default. I'm personally more interested in how you progress from Vitex to Vitex. But I know that a lot of people find it useful to have a grade. So if you're interested in that, come and see me. Either way, I will see you at the end of September. Bye.